The Los Angeles Angels had a very mediocre 2022 season, finishing 73 and 89. But over the offseason, they have made some very solid improvements to their roster and specifically their lineup depth, adding Hunter Renfroe, Giovanni Urshela, Brandon Drury, and most recently, they added a new ace in Brett Phillips. These moves, while not groundbreaking on their own, will drastically improve a lineup that was 30th in all of baseball last year in wins above replacement and WRC plus after the number 3 spot in their order. With these signings and trades, they have drastically improved at key positions in the field, but one position that could still use some added depth is catcher, which brings us to the topic of today's video, Gary Sanchez. What is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another MLB video, and today we're going to be discussing a hot topic around Angels Twitter recently, and that is the Angels showing interest in catcher Gary Sanchez to bring him in as a free agent. This is my first video back in my new setup. I'm super excited. I got a standing desk. I'm actually standing up right now, and I can actually sit down. It's super cool. I'll probably get a little studio tour for you guys once I have everything set up. I still want to fill out some of this wall space and whatnot, but I'm super excited to be back making videos for you guys. Expect a lot of new content coming out soon. I got a lot of videos planned. I got a lot of thumbnails made. I got a lot of stuff ready to pump out for you guys, so I hope you're all excited. Don't forget to leave a like on today's video if you enjoyed it, and let me know down in the comment section what you think, if Gary Sanchez is a good fit for the Angels or not. And I do want to give one quick shout out to Thrive Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Check them out at the link in my description and use promo code NMR when you make your first deposit to get a 100% deposit match up to $100, and you get some free contest entries to go with that. A $10 deposit gets you 2 free $20 contest entries, and a $100 deposit gets you 4 of those. My buddy Avi actually won $160 off of one of those free entries, so definitely recommend checking that out. Playoff football is here, NHL, NBA, and soon to be MLB, and even the World Baseball Classic coming up, so super stoked to be partnering with them. Check them out at the link in my description and go win some money. And without further ado, let's get into today's topic, Gary Sanchez. The Angels have had a catching problem for as long as I can remember, dating all the way back to the days of Jeff Mathis versus Mike Napoli. The last 2 seasons, the Angels have put up a combined 72 WRC+, .5 wins above replacement, and 35 home runs at the catcher position, which is good for 24th, 26th, and 20th, respectively, among MLB teams in that span. And while Gary Sanchez was not necessarily an elite offensive catcher over this stretch, he still put up significantly better stats in that time, posting a 94 WRC+, 2.8 wins above replacement, and 39 home runs in that span. So overall, Sanchez put up 20 points better WRC+, over 5 times as much wins above replacement, and he had 4 more home runs in under 400 less plate appearances than the Angels catchers over the last 2 seasons. The Angels are currently expected to enter next season with a combination of Max Stassi, Logan O'Hoppe, and Matt Thaiss as their main catching options, and while Stassi has been serviceable at times and Thaiss has shown flashes of being a legit major league hitter, O'Hoppe could still use a little bit more time to develop his game down in AAA to start the season, to take the pressure off of him as opposed to tossing him in the lineup on opening day and expecting him to put up similar results in the MLB as he did in AA last season, where he ended the season with an on-base percentage of .473 and slugged over .650 with the AA Trash Pandas. The Angels have a bad history of rushing prospects up to the majors to try and compete immediately as opposed to giving them time to develop their game in the minors where there is less pressure to succeed and can help them in the long run of their careers. And Gary Sanchez would be very useful in taking the pressure off the front office to rush O'Hoppe through the ranks and start the season. Now, the main problem people seem to have with Gary Sanchez is that he's a defensive liability behind home plate. And while he has had some atrocious fielding seasons in the past, with the worst of it coming with the Yankees in 2021, where he had -10 defensive runs saved, he seemed to turn a bit of a corner with the Twins last season, finishing the year with 1 defensive run saved, which was better than Max Stassi, who had 0 defensive runs saved, and significantly better than Angels legend Kurt Suzuki's -8 defensive runs saved in 2022. Sanchez also graded in the 79th percentile in pop time according to Baseball Savant and the 50th percentile in framing, both of which were better than Stassi and Kurt Suzuki last season. So not only is Sanchez an offensive upgrade, but if these defensive improvements carry into 2023, he could be a defensive upgrade for the Halos as well. All this being said, at the end of the day, it comes down to the price tag. SpotTrack is a website that tracks MLB players' salaries and also gives projections of market values for free agents. And they currently have his market value around $6.4 million average annual value, but I would imagine he's asking for more than that due to the fact that he has not signed with a team yet. I personally think any deal under $8 million a year for Sanchez would be an absolute steal for the Angels, and it would keep him under the luxury tax, which owner for the time being Artie Moreno seems to treat as a salary cap in the MLB. So overall, I think Gary Sanchez would be a massive upgrade from the catcher play we've had over the last few seasons, and honestly would be the best catcher we've had in probably close to 10 years, which is kind of embarrassing to say, but that's just our life as Angels fans. Now that is going to do it for us in today's video. Do you think the Angels should sign Gary Sanchez, or should they keep the position open for Ohtani and Stassi going into next season? Be sure to let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and if you made it this far in the video, consider hitting that subscribe button. We're going to have a lot more daily MLB content coming out to you guys. So thanks again so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.